Hi, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pox again. Now I know my Archeage content has been a bit delayed. It's very difficult to produce quality content for Archeage because I don't really edit. I don't really have the time to edit. I've been streaming 12 hours a day. But that being said, I want to bring you guys some juicy content with some fun stuff to do. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know about all these crazy exploits that are going on and people abusing this, and Gamago really sucks and XL Games is just as bad. So we're gonna take a trip into the ocean and ignore all of that shit, and I'm going to tell you guys about some fun things you can do. Now, the first thing I would like to state is this is not a money-making guide. So if you're looking to make money, click off this video. This does not really make you money. This is something of a fun factor to do in Archeage. So what I've been doing the past, about, I would say, couple days, is I've been going underwater and I've been exploring pretty much all throughout the world of Archeage. So I currently have a fake map opened up because I'm streaming right now, so I can't exactly show you where I'm at, but that's okay, it doesn't necessarily matter. All that really matters is what I'm about to tell you. So on my character, to get started with what I'm doing, I have 40% swim speed fins, enchanted with 12% swim speed, which is from a blue Lunafrost that I got from here. You can use crafted ones for 30%. To acquire these, what you're gonna have to do is, if you look essentially at where my map is now, in the middle you see something called Sunpeck Sea. A tiny bit south of that, if you start diving, you're gonna find these jars and you're gonna find chests guarded by elites. If you kill them or open them, you have a chance of acquiring the fins that I have. If you have a group of players, it's best in my opinion to kill the elites around there. You can Google for a map, and the elites essentially have a door behind them that will unlock. They have like 240k HP, they're really annoying to fight. And there will be like 10 chests and 10 jars, so you can kind of share it amongst yourself rather than fight over all the other ones outside open world. Now, after I got that, I wanted to learn the basics of essentially how to kind of navigate in Archeage underwater. So I ended up using this that I will link in the video for you guys. So this is a Russian, essentially a Russian map. Oh, don't mind this map. This is a fake map. I don't know why it's, give me a second, this thing is stuck for some reason. Monka remove. Okay, so this Russian map that I have for you guys here, basically all you're gonna do is click this and it will show you a rough estimate of all of the sunken treasure in the game. This is not very accurate, it's just a rough draft, and I don't necessarily use this. I just try to avoid the areas that are blank and swim around the areas that have stuff. It's important to note that a lot of this content down here is going to be taken because it's really close to the towns, whereas from my experience, the content up here is a lot less packed. It's also important to note that you can find sunken treasure not just by sunken ships, but you can also find them randomly throughout the game. So let me show you where I'm at right now. This is kind of the area that, actually you guys can't see, so it doesn't really matter. Never mind, scrap that. This is an example basically of a sunken ship. And you can have anywhere from 1 to 4 packs by the sunken ship. Now, earlier I talked about how I wasn't really making any money from this, so I wanted to explain why I'm doing this. And this one happens to be dead and deleted, so we're just going to keep on swimming past it. So the reason why I'm doing this is I really enjoy underwater content and ocean content in Archeage. This is pretty much one of the main reasons why I play this game, is to be able to do something that most MMOs don't offer you. In any MMO, you can kill mobs, you can level up, you can customize your character, but very few of them allow stuff like this. So, by doing this, I acquire things such as Chrome sub-designs. Now, Chrome sub-designs, if you get 200, will allow you to get the design for the most rare and best submarine. Now, the cool thing about the submarine is it's better than all the other submarines. You can craft the regular submarine, it's very expensive. In current Archeage, it's going to be like over 1,000 gold if you're playing Unchained, just because of the research to acquire it. When you get that submarine, you'll get access to where the real money comes in, which is you can basically, well, I'll make a video on it in a couple weeks when I get there, but basically you can find sunken like areas and you can use the device on the submarine to remove it, and it's good. Oh shit, I'm about to die. So a good thing to know is if you're about to die, there's 2 things you can do. So number 1, you can get your chat to remind you. Number 2, you can use something called the Dahuda's Bubble, which will allow you to breathe for 45 minutes. You can buy them on the auction house. You hear that? Alchemy is going to go up in price, so pay attention. You can also do the quest line so that you can acquire a portable breathing apparatus. This quest line is a pain in the ass, and you're going to have to Google it. You basically will have to kill a bunch of bosses in the ocean that are in random locations. Super pain in the ass. Anyway, though, moving on to some other information for you guys. When you find sunken treasure, you're going to need to raise it. Now, to raise it, you're going to have to craft a recovery pouch. From the general merchant, you can pay 10 silver for the basic part of the recovery pouch, and then it's going to require 5 leather. If you don't know how to get leather, leather comes from pelt. Pelt comes from husbandry professions. So if you click O and you go to the portfolio, you can actually type in recovery pouch, and you can see it right there. So let's go over some other stuff that you acquire from doing this. So if I open my inventory now, I'm going to show you. Up on the screen here, you can see things that I've acquired. I actually have 27 parts. I haven't updated it yet. This is out of 102 or 103. So most of what you're going to acquire are vaultstone shards. Unfortunately, vaultstone shards are, for the most part, useless. The advantage of vaultstone shards are the following. You can stack them up, and I think there's 35 different relics you can get, I think. Essentially, what the relics do is the relics will allow you to get a Gilda Star, I believe, for each relic, and if you collect all of them, then you can get a swimming title for 10% swim speed. Now, the advantage of those is you can basically trade them to someone. So what I do, like for my guild, like anytime I acquire a bunch of them, I just go up to people and trade them, and then they get free Gilda Stars, and then they just trade them back to me because it completes an achievement. Oh, is that another sunken one? That's another one! So, some other things about this is it costs, it's pretty expensive for a recovery pouch. It's anywhere from 1.8 to 2.5 gold per recovery pouch. This is why I do not recommend this. However, because this doesn't cost a lot of labor, it only costs 25 labor per sunken treasure. If you have like an alt or a friend, they can craft your recovery pouches, which give you exploration. Or if you want to go for the end game, it's actually okay to craft recovery pouches because you're getting exploration proficiency. And exploration eventually will allow you to craft like gold keys, which are used to open world boss drops that are bound because they're in a gold chest. So there will always be some type of income around that, which is pretty nice. So now the spot or the area where you can make money from what I'm doing. There are 2 packs from what I've been informed of what you can get. There is a 100 gold pack where basically you acquire, I think it's called a blue something Delphinod, and you need to turn it in at a couple of different traders. Note that you need to turn it into a relic trader. The relic traders are on, I think, maybe Diamond Shores. On our side, it's going to be Solus. And then on top of Solus, it will also be Friedrich Island. Now, you have to be very careful. If you have a 100 gold pack, people are going to kill you. I repeat, people are going to kill you. They are going to look for you. And this is where it becomes very scary and very annoying, especially as a streamer myself. Basically, that's why I kind of have the fake map. Now, another thing on top of this is there's a chance you can get the Perdition pack, which is the 200 gold one. The problem with the 200 gold pack is Archeage has a very, let's call it a thriving community, I'd like to say. I've already made a lot of enemies just on today because of this discussion. And it will essentially, wood creeks and water... Oh? What? So that, I'm pretty sure that text is what a submarine does. But I don't have a submarine. What just happened? Does it announce it globally when someone uses a submarine? I was literally just about to explain the next part of what I was saying, where if you get the 200 gold pack, it announces it globally and gives out your coordinates, and there is a Russian website you can use to plug in the coordinates and see exactly where people are. So it kind of sucks, and I do want to recommend that if you are doing this method and you're trying to make money off of it, you need to be very fucking careful because people will absolutely do their best to try to find you and try to kill you, and I don't want you guys to quit the game because you're frustrated. But anyway, this is pretty much kind of just what I wanted to show you guys of what I'm going to be doing. I'll definitely, you know, post some more content when I get the submarine going. Our goal is to basically have a merchant ship, and then I will have the submarine, and we're going to be doing it as a guild, and we're going to split the profits because it's just fun stuff to do opposed to just trying to gear score, and, you know, that's really about it. So anyway, that's pretty much the video. I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. We'll wait on this next one here. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Almost forgot. One more thing that's important that you get from these. You get a lot of shipwright design bags. Shipwright designs, you're going to get 1 for 1 with your Chrome sub designs. So by the time you get 200 of these, you're going to have 200 of these. The Shipwright design bags have designs for your ship. I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's literally what it does. And the reason why that's good is because you can get things like propellers, which propellers essentially for a clipper ship give it a boost, like a turbo boost. And there's a lot of other cool stuff. I don't know how much money you can make off this. I want to say I've made about 50 to 80 gold off of it. But again, this requires labor to open, and I'm not trying to spend my labor right now because as you see, I've got a lot of recovery pouches and I'm trying to essentially find everything. But it's just kind of more stuff to add into the fact that you're not making that much money, but you're still getting some stuff out of it. So that's pretty much about it. Hope you guys had a wonderful time. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I'm going to have to catch you guys all later, but don't forget, I stream live every day except for Saturdays, although I have been streaming some Saturdays at twitch.tv/Fox, usually from now about 7 o'clock in the morning to about 7 o'clock at night. Sometimes at 6 p.m. I stop, sometimes at 8 p.m. I stop. And yeah, there's actually there's a bounty out for me for 200 gold, so if you kill me, you get 200 gold, but you know, that's because people are toxic. So anyway, catch you guys all later.